Hello, friends, and welcome to episode, and I'm going to say it, episode 13 of the Weird Turn Pro. I am Mo Strummel here in Nashville, Tennessee.
I am Jason Winfield in Lamont, Pennsylvania, and today we have Jason Adams with us. Welcome, Jason, to the Weird Turn Pro.
Hello.
How are you?
I was just getting the live stream going.
Ah, okay. Sounds
and
good.
It was playing in the background, like it's not playing here.
Yeah.
It'll be a little delayed on the other device, so there will be a slight delay. We've discovered that it's difficult for us to sing along because of the delay. For a lot of people.
On occasion, Mo will cut to me dancing to the songs being played, and that make no matter. I don't dance with the beat anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Very true. Very true. True words were never spoken.
Yes.
Jason, we like to get right to the music generally, so we're going to let you start off the show with a song. And why don't you tell us what you're going to play?
You tell me what I'm supposed to play. I think it's $30 first, right?
Okay, let's do $30.
Of course. I'm always up for $30.
I got $30 in my pocket.
Sweet.
How the song goes. So, all right, here you go.
All right, sounds good.
I've got $30 in my pocket. It may not be a lot, but it's enough. Nothing in this world is gonna stop me from getting home from where I am. See my love. If I have to walk, I'll walk 1,000 miles. I'll run each step and see the shining sea. If I can, I'll catch a ride. You know I drive all through the night to get back home to my family. Yeah, I've got $30 in my pocket. It may not be a lot, but it's enough. Nothing in this world is gonna stop me from getting home from where I am. See my love. If I have to climb each purple mountain majesty, I'll swim across each lake, ford every river and stream. If I can, I'll catch a train. You know I'd rather hop a plane to get back home to my family. Yeah, I've got $30 in my pocket. It may not be a lot, but it's enough. Nothing in this world is gonna stop me from getting home from where I am. See my love. Well, I know it's all been sung before. Doesn't make it any less true. We all go to the world, search for more to see what we can do. Now I'll take this $30 from my pocket. It may not be a lot, but it's enough. Nothing in this world is gonna stop me from getting home from where I am. See see my love. I'm getting home from where I am. See my love. I'm getting home from where I am. See my love.
Nice. You had me dancing, man. I like the beat.
All right.
I like where it's going. You got a nice there's a hop to it, which is a nice feel. So very good. Very good. I like that. I like how you tied in a whole lot of references in a lot in that song. There's a lot in that song. Good job.
It's a good
Good
way
job.
to start the show off with a nice
Yeah.
up something
Yeah.
like that. Very
Yeah,
good.
lifts you
Very
up.
good.
It's good
Good
stuff.
choice.
So
Good choice.
your guitar. I got
Which
you got yeah, right. Well, you got to show these things off because you are a Breedlove artist, right?
Breedlove.
Yeah, you can barely see it there, but
Pop
yes.
that.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the headstock.
There you go. There you go. Headstock. Now,
So, yeah,
with a custom pick guard.
I designed the pick guard. It's I have to follow the camera the right way. It's a Myrtlewood pick guard to match our Myrtlewood back and sides
That's beautiful.
with bloodwood binding, and then the top is a solid figured piece of redwood. So it's about maybe came from like a 2,000-year-old tree or so. Of course, redwood and Breedlove is excellent with their sustainability and ethics, and their harvesting and procuring the right woods for these guitars. Tom Bedell, the owner of Two Old Hippies, the main man, right? He's gone to every forest that these woods came from, from everything from their discovery and pursuits through their newest series, Artistas and Wildwoods, all excellent guitars.
That's wonderful. It sounds great. Sounds
Very
great.
cool.
And that's a jumbo body style, right? That one.
The sixth string here is a jumbo,
Right.
tuned down a whole step, so it's in D standard as
D
opposed
standard.
to our E.
Awesome. That is very,
Cool.
very, very cool. So we like moving really quick on songs. What else do you have for us now?
Don't know where I'm going? Is that on the list?
That
That's what I
sounds
have
perfect
next
for
on-
what we're
Yeah, because we're not sure where we're going next, but that'll be fine. Yeah.
Well, I don't know where I'm going, sure know where I've been. Been around the world, my friends, and drenched my soul in sin. I need a cleansing, so to the Lord I cry. Now I don't know where I'm going, oh, but I sure know why. Come on, break chains that bind us, move the mountains that we see. Part the waters and set us free from this captive misery. Only love can turn enemies to friends. And in the end, it brings us all back home again. It's been a long time coming, but someday soon we'll see an angel army rising up, God riding down on Calvary to lead the battle for final victory. Yeah. Now some don't know where they're going, oh, but I know where I'll be. I said some don't know where they're going, but I know where I'll be. Yeah, some don't know where they're going, but I know where I'll be.
Nice. Nice. That
Thank
is
you.
that is a very telling song. So you can lead us into the next portion of our show, and we can talk about what you do as a musical director.
Yeah. I wrote that song with the intent to be able to play, and I try to do this with a lot of my music, to be able to play it at a gig on a Friday or Saturday night at the bar, cafe, whatever, open mics. And then I can play that same song the exact same way in church on Sunday morning. The message is the same. There's there's nothing different about it. Not changing lyrics. So there's a draw of attention and energy for the bar goers and the people who are out having some fun, and it might catch their ear and say, "Oh, what's he talking about?" And then church on Sunday morning, they're listening to the lyrics more. They're gonna be, "Oh, this is clearly sacred text, right? About what's going on with my relationship with God." And so yes, but as you said, I'm director of music at Albright Bethune United Methodist Church, downtown State College, as well as just teacher and performer and run the music mart. So
all around music, State College. So you got it. You got your degree in vocal performance at Penn State, correct?
Penn State University, 2012. Took me 5 years. I started in education and switched to vocal performance. I only started learning guitar when I was 19, 20, freshman-ish year of college. So I'm going to school for vocal performance or education and choral, maybe going to be a director of choral activities, at some high school or middle school. But, God has different plans, and decided I'd rather be a rock star. So.
There you go.
It's funny, Joan reminded me, Joan, my wife, is the producer sitting across from me. She reminded me that we've actually known you for a long time. You probably don't know that, but your, would it have been his mom and grandparents, right? Went through I don't know what they're called, but they're like new member orientation at St. Paul's when they were there. And we were actually in the same class with them. So that's how long This
St.
kind of-
Paul's burnt down the year I was born.
Oh, there you go. All right. So,
And then we were in Center Hall for a while at the United Methodist, to then like
Right.
95 or so, 94, 95, come back into town with to St. Paul's. And then I
That's
grew
exactly-
grew up in St. Paul's there. So
that's exactly the timeline. She's sitting here shaking her head at me.
Yep.
I am terrible about when things have happened in my life, like when they've happened. I know that they happened, but don't ask me when. She's much better at that. Oh yeah, don't you remember that was January 7th? It was 1982, and no, I don't remember that at all.
And since we're on the topic of your childhood, I think it's time that we move to the next segment of our show that is called My Hometown,
Yes.
where we will ask 3 questions about your hometown, and if you get 2 of the 3 correct, you will be awarded with this prize.
Ooh.
And you can't see it's on there, but it is
Here,
inscribed with
I'll help. This helps find it, I think. I don't know. Maybe it helps see it.
yeah, a little bit. There you go. See, as they appear.
They weird.
It is a magic glass. You can read it when you add a liquid,
Some kind of beverage.
a
right.
beverage, yes.
So
this will be
this
your
is,
prize. If
yeah.
you get 2 of the 3 questions you will be asked,
What if I get
2
all 3?
the prize is the same. You are a grand champion. We have
And
only
you'll
had
have our unending gratitude for being such a
we
great
have
player.
only had 1 perfect score in the 13
Mm-hmm.
episodes of Weird Turn Pro on the My Hometown game. Mo will be presenting you with those questions, and I will be here keeping score.
Yes.
It's gonna be.
I
don't know anything about
we had to
college.
prepare Jason for this by teaching him to count to 3, but it's
Yes.
okay. We're good. Yes. So this is our second go round with State College.
That's true.
Because State College is actually your hometown, and we've actually done one already. So of course that made the homework that I had to do harder
Bill
because I had to
Ryan
go
or-
deeper.
Yes.
But
It
that
would be Bill
also
Ryan.
means your questions may be a little harder. So sorry.
Ooh.
So the first one's not hard, I promise. The first one's pretty easy. So for its population size, State College is one of the densest cities in the United States, mainly due to the concentration of high rises downtown. What colloquial name is used for the high rise stretch of Beaver Avenue?
Beaver Canyon.
Yes, that is correct. Jason, what is his score?
His score is 1.
1.
Okay. All right, here's the second one. The brewery is a bar that is underneath the Music Mart, which you manage. So you should know the answer to this.
Yes.
Maybe.
The bartenders there make a very popular drink that is not served
Uh-oh.
in glass.
It is not served in a glass. What is it served in?
The popular drink they make is not served in glass.
In a drinking glass. It is served in a vessel, but it is not a glass.
What is
That
it?
would be
Ashtray. Yeah.
Ah, the dirty ashtray. That is correct. The drink that
Never had one.
that Graham and Jimmy are going to kill me for bringing up on the show. All right. So number
Two
3.
of my brothers, so it's okay.
All right. For real?
Yeah. We're both Sigma Nu brothers.
Oh, there you
Ah.
go. All right. Well, Shooter and I go way back also, so that's good. So here's the tough one. Well, it's not really that tough if you think about it. It goes by different names in different areas, but in the State College area, what is the 80-mile ridge that stretches from Flintstone, Maryland, to the 7 mountains of central Pennsylvania called?
Well, and it goes through Rothrock State Forest. It's not called that.
Correct.
correct.
Yeah.
It's before it gets there if you're going from the State College area towards that direction.
Yes.
I really don't know, but I know that you can, if you walk across Joe Hayes to the first lookout, you can see through the valleys and see the hill in Maryland. I don't know what it's called. Yeah,
So in the State College area,
but yeah,
what's that?
I might, but I really can't.
You want to take a guess?
No.
Okay. So in the State College area, it's called Tussey Mountain.
This Tussey Mountain Range.
Tussey Mountain Range. You keep on rolling
What did he?
down to
How did he do, Jason?
Maryland. He
got-
got
How do you do?
2
He got
of
2.
3.
So he's gonna win his very own Stay Weird Turn Pro mug.
Perfect.
Yes.
You are.
That's on par with everybody else.
Yes.
Exactly. All right. What's up next, Jason? Jason Adams. Jadams.
Yep. Jadams. What you playing for us now?
Path to Rock Bottom.
Okay.
Is that on there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is one of those songs that's about hitting rock bottom, and then basically, in the bridge area is when you realize, the storytelling is like, God's always there for you to lift you back up out of, if you choose to grab on, grab a hold. So
Fantastic.
Awesome.
there you go. The path to rock bottom isn't paved at all. Riddled with things that you don't need to cut deeply as you fall. Masks and lies from those you trust and fruitless pursuits of old. Path to rock bottom is bitter, lonely, and cold. And on that road of kind of fate beyond the endless hole. Truth is always waiting for you to grab a hold. Path to rock bottom isn't meant for all. Designed for those who need it most. Help break down their walls. Memories of forgotten selves lay buried in debris. Yeah, the path to rock bottom is the path that sets them free. And on that road of spiral fame, beyond the endless hole, truth is always waiting for you to grab a hold. The truth is we never pick the path, but the outcome is the same. Hit our own rock bottoms and look for someone else to blame. Love is there to lift us up. If we have eyes to see, we would carry down the path to the rock by the 3. And on that road of spiral fate, beyond the endless hole, truth is always waiting for you to grab a hold. On that road of spiral fate, beyond the endless hole, truth is always waiting for you to grab a hold.
Nice. Nice. You kind of take it there. You really do.
I think there's a lot of, I mean, I know that, how many singles have you released?
I did an album. Oh, hold on. Oh boy. I did
Yeah,
my
I've seen that
first
picture before.
solo acoustic album last summer. There's 10, I think.
Okay.
Don't know where I'm going. $30. Little Fish, Path, Rock Bottom, 1 Ounce of Love, Lullaby, This Old Town, Mundane Bridges, and Gratitude.
Excellent.
Nice.
And
There's a
where
couple
can-
other songs that are on Spotify, I think, maybe 1 or 2. But
So these are on Spotify. Are they on the other digital platforms to download, or?
it's not my responsibility to know if the Apple platform works, but DistroKid is supposed to have put them on there for purchase. So,
Okay.
but I got like
just so,
100
just
CDs, so anybody can just go to my website, jasonadamsarts.com, and ask for one. I'll mail it out.
excellent. Okay. I just
Excellent.
want people
Yeah.
to know where they can grab these if as they're hearing them. Some people are probably wondering, well, how do I get that? So it's always good to talk about that, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
We're gonna throw up a overlay here just to talk for a second about how people that are watching, all the way up top, other people that are watching might want to know how they can come on if they're a singer-songwriter or a songwriter and they want to share some of their music with us. It's really easy. All you have to do is email us at weird@weirdpros.com. I couldn't think of an easier email to remember except that, so that's what we're using. So it's just weird@weirdpros.com. Some things to think about when you're emailing us. No tracks. We want you to perform it live. If you're not quarantining together, things are getting a little bit worse right now, so try to stay safe, and we want you to do solo or separate in a room if you can. The internet isn't instantaneous, obviously, so it's hard for us to do duets from different places. But send us your phone number and links to your music, and we'll give a listen. And hopefully, we can have you on the show. That would be great.
That
All right,
sounds
let's
great.
use that. Yep. And so, Jason Adams, I was going to say Jason, but you're both going to answer if I say that. So, Jason Adams, we're gonna give you a little bit of a break off camera for a second. Have yourself a little bit of a beverage, cool off, retune if you have to, switch guitars if you want. Since you have sort of a collection there, and we're gonna have Jason play a song just to give you a little break. So we'll see. How long is the song, Jason?
3:20, something like that.
So we'll see you in about 3.5 minutes. But we'll give you a chance to step out for just a second and catch your breath while we give Jason a chance to play. Jason, what are you going to play today?
I'm gonna play My Fabric because it seems to be growing a little bit, and I want to see how it goes. So
Okay, this is a pretty new song for you, right?
yeah, this is that's like 2.5 weeks old. I think I got
Okay.
it. So
A newborn.
yeah, she's still learning to walk. So
All right.
have fun.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit.
I was cut from a bolt of Irish linen, stained with the dirt that my whole family tilled. The badger red pinned to a Union swatch of blue gave us a patch of land where we could grow. The rails rolled through and soot covered our hands. Machines were brought to toil on our lands. When an only son broke ranks and gathered green cloth for the bank, he changed the very course our family knew. Each generation brings the thread that stitch families together when they wed. I cling tightly to the blanket of my family and sew together the fabric of my life. My daddy wears a starch white doctor's coat, but he gave to me those songs blue collars wrote. I weave with silver strings, and I married a tapestry, and together we knit another roll. Each generation brings the thread that stitched families together when they wed. In the dark night I cling tightly to the blanket of my family, and so together, fabric of my life. As I look into my children's eyes, I hope it comes to them as no surprise. The future is unknown, their path yet to be sown. I hope they fill their loom with bright light, 'cause each generation brings the thread that sews the families together when they wed. In the dark night I cling tightly to the blanket of my family, and so together, fabric of my life. In the dark night I cling tightly to the blanket of my family, and so together, so we can grow on forever. Yeah, so together, fabric of my life.
Yeah. There you go.
Thank you, Jason.
Little applause from Jason Adams. Yeah, did you change the tempo and the sort of the rhythm to that
A little bit,
since
yeah.
the last time I've heard it?
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Cool.
yeah. I was just trying to figure out exactly where it sits, and it actually flows really good where it's at, I think, this week.
Okay. Hey, you know, the first time you play a song is not the last time. You
Yeah,
play a song,
exactly.
right?
Hey,
So
exactly.
It's one of those things. I always, and Jason Adams, you can comment on this, but the funny thing is, when you write a song, you still have to learn how to play it and sing it after you write it, because you know it changes, it evolves as you do it, and it's, you know, I mean, I think that's part of the process, though, is that you've written a song, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily done, you know. So
That's right.
Excellent.
I've got a couple new songs in the works, and we'll go ahead and do the one that's right there. It's already been written and performed, but I'm actually looking at with the band is like this bridge section, like it's a solo acoustic folk song, right?
right.
But with the full band, we're like, what if we had the bridge and the last out chorus just like kind of full punk, like do 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 do.
Yep. Yep.
You know, what did I think it was, I can't remember who it was, but it's some, you know, headliner, big name. They had just recorded an album, and I was reading an interview with them, and they said, yeah, the album's done. It's all recorded. Now we have to go in the studio. Now we have to go in the
Learn how to
rehearsal
play
space
it.
and learn how to play it. And because, I mean,
The session
today's
guys
recording
record-
methods, you don't all sit in the room like the Beatles did and play a song, you know, or I'm sorry, probably like Jerry and the Pacemakers is probably more accurate.
Right.
But you know what I mean? You don't sit in the room and play a song and record it all at once. You know, down here in Nashville, that they used to do that. They'd bring everybody
Right.
into the room, you'd play it, everybody, maybe Patsy would go back and overdub her vocals again, you know, or whatever, do a harmony or whatever. But in the end, you were playing the song and recording it all at once. Almost nobody does that anymore, right? So now, if everybody's playing their own parts, you have to get together as a band and learn how to play it. It's very strange.
Yeah,
It's just,
'cause-
it seems backwards, but it's,
well, visually you start having distractions because you've been playing by
Right.
yourself and you're listening to it. But yeah,
yeah. So
That's
it's
cool.
interesting. It's good that you brought up that whole dynamic of the band and everything. Well, are you ready for another one? Are you ready to play another one for
Yeah, I
us?
figured the segue was I would play the song that's like I could likely mess up on because it's so new. But,
Well,
People,
so
people
awesome.
come to see the
College
car
Live,
crashes,
that's why I'm here.
State College Live a couple weeks back held a songwriting contest for local songwriters in State College, and so there's I think 6 of us that were on their live stream, and we had 24 hours. Really, it was like 22 hours or less for some, but to write a song all with the same prompt and the same code word, and then each artist wrote the song using that stuff, and we performed it. And then there's 3 judges: Jim Colbert and Don Bedell and Angela from 95. I don't know her radio station. Sorry, Angela, if you're watching.
Maybe she'll write it into us.
There we go.
Paul Turner's
But,
watching, by the way. He said great job. So yeah.
Yeah. So the code, the theme that we had to write was about breakfast. So everyone had to write a song about breakfast, and we had to use the word pancake or pancakes at least once. And so my song is just called Pancakes. I did not win. Some people say I did, but that's not the history. But I was most likely to be on the Hallmark channel at some point.
Nice.
There we go.
Nice.
Excellent. Well, let's hear what you got with Pancakes.
Pancakes. Pancakes for one doesn't sound like fun, but it's been this way for a while. A breakfast treat that's tasty and sweet fills me up and makes me smile. But I know somehow true love will be found, and the day will soon arrive. Pancakes for 2 with a twinkle in my eye. Pancakes for 2, just me and you, holding hands yet grateful for a meal. A breakfast treat, then a walk down the street, laughing together with the love that's real. And I know one day this family will grow, and the day will soon arrive. Pancakes for 3, what an amazing life. Breakfast is the best time of the day, a moment with the ones you love. Say all you need to say, whether it's pancakes, bacon, or eggs, with a glass of orange juice and the sunrise come again. 1, 2, or 3, mouse 3, maybe a few more. Yeah, breakfast is yesterday's uncold. Now it's pancakes for 3, me and you with a baby, holding spoons, pretending they are plays. A breakfast treat, first word sentences complete, loving through the laughter, tears, and rain. And then somehow when this family grows again, the day will soon arrive. Pancakes for 4, Breakfast is the best time of the day, yeah. With the moment, with the ones you love, say all you need to say. Whether it's pancakes, bacon, or eggs. With a glass of orange juice and the sunrise come again. 1, 2, or 3 mouths to feed, maybe a few more. Yeah. Breakfast is yesterday's encore. Now it's pancakes and more. Never felt this so. With a few grandkids bouncing on my knees. A breakfast tree, been a hard and incomplete. Grateful for an unexpected melody. Because breakfast is the best time of the day. With a moment with the ones you love, say all you need to say. Whether it's pancakes, bacon, or eggs. A glass of orange juice and the sunrise come again. 1, 2, or 3 mouths to feed, maybe a few more. Breakfast is yesterday's encore.
That is awesome. I got to tell you, the best thing on pancakes is maple syrup. You have to figure that. I got to say this. When I used to, years ago, I had a poker night, and we would always end up at the Waffle House because I was in the South. And
Waffle House.
a Waffle House. And what I would do is I was, I'd been up for generally probably 24 hours at that point by the time we watched sunrise at the Waffle House.
Yeah.
But their jukebox is filled with breakfast songs.
Oh.
So you know. So
Like
if
super
you
in America?
no, like Waffle House coffee is the best is the name of one of the songs in their jukebox. This is, I mean, I'm just saying seriously, you could get that put on. If you could get that song to Waffle House and get it into their jukebox, it would be jukebox plays for your song someplace where that's what they play.
Yeah. All right.
I know that was not necessarily what you were hoping to hear about your pancake song, but I also was seeing IHOP signs driving by in the morning with a car full of kids on vacation. So it's jingle in there somewhere.
Put it on your next album release.
Jukebox.
They'll sell it in the Cracker Barrel
There you go.
area outside of the restaurant, and it'll be a million seller. So yeah.
I mean,
We'll work on this production.
that is awesome. Well, we also want to throw out that if you've noticed, we have an overlay when the artist is playing as a tip jar,
Pop that.
and yeah, right there. Oops, on the wrong hand. I never get this quite right there. You can see it. I'm holding the tip jar. If you like what you're hearing, you can go to Jason's Venmo, drop a tip in there for him. This is our virtual pickle jar. If you've been to Broadway in Nashville, you know that they walk around as you're sitting in the bars downtown, and they make sure that you drop something in appreciation for the artist's work and labor and efforts. So that's there. If you're appreciating what you're hearing, you can drop something in for Jason. That's awesome. Oh, and you can always reach out to his social media and
tip me, sure, but then send me a message that you tipped me, and I'll just mail this out.
Oh, there you go.
Outstanding.
Nice.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons we started doing this. I mean, when everything hit the fan here, we decided that this was a way to give artists a chance to play, because all of a sudden everybody had to stop playing, and also maybe a chance to get people to support the music that we're presenting by helping out the artists that are coming on. So that's why we decided to do this. So
I got to say that Mo called me up and said, "Hey, what do you think about this idea?" And I was like, It sounds interesting, but I have learned so much in 13 episodes of listening to people play and talk about what motivates them, how they go about it, and so it's great. And thank you for being here today, Jason.
Yeah.
Which is actually a good lead into the source, right?
Yes.
So we should talk about that a little bit. Yep.
From the source, as you go to my webpage, that's like one of the first things up there, and we'll see what the lifespan of that is, considering everything going on. But I was having issues getting gigs in State College, even with all the cover songs that I play, and so I, just kind of grinding away, trying to get, in a spot, and I decided to change my game, and instead of promoting myself, start advocating for singer-songwriters like myself to get them in, and the reciprocation ended up being that, so some of the the places that From the Source happened, then all of a sudden it's like I'm playing all these places. It's so weird how that, like, it's just like, do this for other people, and then that ends up turning things around. So the point is to, for at least the culture in State College is different artistically than almost literally anywhere on the planet. And the bars and restaurants think that, like, oh, we only need these songs being played, and there's not so much outlet for creativity. And so I changed that mentality and got these musicians, one featured artist, a show, paid for playing a full set of original music. Different
Nice.
every time. There's a YouTube channel ish from my website that has some of those that history on there, and then so the other people would show up. It's an open mic. If you know me and I know that you can do it, it's not just walk in the door and
Right.
gonna let you on stage kind of thing. But I would do the vetting at the open mics at Webster's Bookstore. So I would host those open mics, and I would say, was that your original song? And they'd say, like, yeah, it's great. It's like, okay, now can you come over and play at this event, and then
Nice.
down the road feature them. So yeah.
That's very
That's
cool.
excellent. That's excellent.
very cool.
I mean, you threw out Webster's there. They support, they're a big music support establishment, and it's it's weird because I mean, I'm a lot older than you, but when I was in State College and in school, the bands there were bands everywhere, and they all did a good amount of original material in the middle of their shows, and now it's hard to even find bands. I mean, you're talking about DJs and canned music being played and that sort of thing. So it's a much different environment. You're right, than it used to be. But what you're doing is important because I think it's giving a lot of people that are there who have talent a chance to put it out there, and I think that's really important. So
Yeah, I've seen some of the result of your work, and that's awesome. New names popping up that you don't necessarily hear, and
I've
that's
doubled once, I think. I haven't run out of original musicians to feature. So
Wow. It's the other thing is that a lot of people who don't get a chance to play out like that. I mean, it's a lot different sitting in your dorm room or your apartment and playing music, and then getting up on a stage and playing and singing original music. It's the down here in Nashville. I mean, we see that people coming through town and they stop off at one of the Bluebird or one of the open mic places, and it's kind of an eye opener sometimes for them because some of them have never even been in front of a microphone, so
Right.
it gives them you're giving people a chance to experience that in a town where you probably wouldn't normally get to experience it, and it gives them experience that they need to actually move forward. So I
Right.
think it's important and it's really good.
Yeah. Well, we should talk some more, Jason, because I think we could combine what you're doing and what I do, and we can make a little bit more happen on Monday nights with some of those folks. They can actually get into yet a different environment than what they're used to with Webster's as a
Right.
place to actually
Yeah.
play.
Yeah, bars are a lot different places to play.
And it's a
as you're
safe
well
and
aware.
it is a safe environment because they listen to me regularly.
But that bar is definitely a safe environment and has a crowd that the brewery we're talking about has a crowd that is accepting of a lot of different stuff. So
Yes.
it is good. But
Yes. They are
where'd you
they
go,
are
Jason.
yeah, we start talking and then he goes away.
I have a feeling
This is about you,
he's
sir.
switching up.
Oh,
got
it.
different
There we go.
harmonica.
Awesome.
All right. Well, what do you got for us next
Yeah.
then?
You say what you said again, or should I listen back later?
You can listen back. Later.
You can listen back.
Forget it.
It's yeah. That's
I
good.
needed to get the. I was gonna play. 1 Ounce of Love is on that list that I gave you, but because our conversation went in the direction of From the Source, and then the difference between State College music culture and Tennessee, I figured the segue song is better put that I play This Old Town. Is the
Okay.
name of the song.
Awesome.
So, I allow you to release This Old Town on video. But I wrote this song out of frustration. Like I was saying, I wasn't being able to get into gigs. It's like I have a degree in music, and I walk into an establishment and say, "Hey, I'm Jason Adams. I have a singer-songwriter. I play these classic rock songs and this genre and that genre and all these great covers. And I'm a singer-songwriter. I'd love to play here." And just the circle, just
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, that should have been enough for you to say, "Oh, let me look at the books and let's see when we can put you on here." Because
Right.
you have music, you have people performing regularly, but why not the opportunity? So again, it's due to the culture of the student population being that 40-50% of the town. And so the bar owners think that the kids and who's coming into their bar, packing their bars, are there because of who's playing. And in reality, they're just there for the drink specials. They're there because
Exactly.
it's the only bar that they want to go to on a Friday or Thursday night, whatever night it is.
Right.
And the music is good, great, but, and then they get what they think they like. And then that keeps going,
Right.
and it doesn't
Yep.
stop.
Self-perpetuating
Yep.
thing. Yep.
Yeah. So
Well-
again, this is a song a little bit scathing, in all honesty, but it was written out of frustration from like 5 years ago, as opposed to what I've created in the last 4 years.
Fair
Yep.
enough.
So
Yep.
there's the bridge is the hope that I have for the town culture to change. So
Awesome.
Excellent.
here's
Let's hear what you got.
I'm on the wrong. Oh, you know what? I can do it this way. I forgot it's supposed to be on the other guitar, which is tuned down a whole step, but I'm going to play it on the 12 string in a new key for the first time.
Awesome. Here we go.
Sick and tired of this old town. They act like it's floating, it's starting to drown. With a few coats of paint and a shiny new sign. Yeah, the flock comes running every time. Yeah, they only hear what they want you to hear. The suffering culture, guzzling beer. While the same 10 performers in the same 7 bands play the same 40 songs that always sound so bland. Are you happy, my friends, every Saturday night? The talent you have, but you lack the fight. You deserve the attention. Get me wrong. You fail every time to feed the soul of the throne. We are forever this old town. Soon's coming, they gonna always be around. Yeah, lines of lions for the more tantamount to lining the pockets and large bank accounts of the mob bosses are guilty, pulling you out around, preventing your soul from feeling something profound. While the same 10 performers in the same 7 bands play the same 40 songs that always sound so bland. Are you happy, my friends, in Saturday night? The talent you have, you lack the fight. You deserve the attention, don't get me wrong. You fail every time to beat the soul of the throne. Oh, I have a dream for this old town. We can make it like Nashville, a future to be found. A new band to singer every night to restore. This big town calls you to a proud, mighty roar. Are you happy, my friends? It's Saturday night. The talent you have, but you lack the fight. You deserve the attention, don't get me wrong. You fail every time to beat the soul of the throne.
Nice. Nice.
That pretty much describes it.
Yeah.
Hey, Kyle.
Yeah.
I think that describes it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think you have led us into our next little sequence that we try to do every week, and we ask, "What are you drinking, Mo? What are you drinking today?"
Today I am drinking the Hippies and Cowboys IPA. I'm trying to turn it so you can see everything.
Nice.
From Tennessee Brew Works here at Tennessee Brew Works. Tennessee Brew Works is a place that I've played a couple times. They let me play there every now and then, and so I like to give them a shout out. But this is the Hippies and Cowboys IPA. It's very good, and that's for my friend Todd if he's watching. So, 'cause
Jason,
he's the
Jadams.
IPA guy.
What do you got? We're drinking Pure Leaf brewed green
Pure
tea,
Leaf.
honey green tea. Good for you.
Just
Taking care.
water.
Oh, just
What
water.
about you?
Me?
What about you, Jason?
I am Creekside again.
Creekside.
Creekside, New Trail Brewery in Williamsport. Stepping
Williamsport.
outside a little bit.
Well, Jason Adams, speaking of Tennessee Brew Works, my understanding is that you're trying to get down here to Nashville to play a little bit, right?
Yep.
What's the game
Yeah,
plan? What are you thinking?
I finally have a car as of last year, so I did my cross country tour to design this 12 string to match the 6 string. Woo! Quick show.
Nice.
Yeah, it's.
Wow.
I have to say he brought it into the store and I happened to walk in as he was pulling it out of the box, and I am not a fan of 12 strings. I think it's because I suck at playing guitar, but I sat down and strummed on that, and I practiced more. But beyond that thing sounds amazing, and it's a beautiful guitar. Congratulations.
It's identical. Yeah, love it. But
So obviously it's
I've
going to
only
be tough
car
right
for-
now, right?
Right, exactly. I would have been going down as of like March.
Okay.
But yeah, then so here we are, just stuck. So I have family on the other side of Tennessee, and definitely want to hit Nashville and come see you and try to share some of my songs. And I play some classic country songs, some Waylon Jennings, and even Garth Brooks and Joe Nicholas. I love Joe Nicholas.
Oh, okay.
But
Well, when you're coming, you'll have to let me know you're coming, and we'll see what's going on down here and see if we can. sort of guide you as to where the hot spots are. I know that one of the very first times I ever came here, our goal was we were here for a week, and my goal was to play at a different place every night, and I managed to actually hit the mark. So it's possible. You just have to do a little homework. But if you give me a call, maybe we can figure out a game plan for you, and that would be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
when
I
things
know.
get open.
It's certainly, the culture up here. It's like I don't play open mics anymore. I host them, or I get paid to play. It's like
Right.
across the board. But it would be it'd be tadpole jumping into the to the ocean
Well-
going down there. So I have to absolutely just need to get that exposure. So
Yeah, well, this is definitely a different. It's a different environment. I mean, one of the things is other people say this too, but I play guitar, but I don't tell people I'm a guitar player compared to what the other people that are down here. It's pretty amazing. So it was humbling when I first came here, but I feel like I'm comfortable going out and playing places, but it's definitely, if you come down, we'll try to I'll try to help you figure out where to go and what to go on which nights, and
Appreciate it.
try to get you into some places. It'll be a lot of fun. I do want to throw up next week. Next week we have Julie Delgado is going to be with us. Julie is a singer-songwriter. She hosts a songwriter show down here in Nashville before everything shut down on every other Thursday, and she's got some great stuff. She also brings in some great artists for her songwriter showcase, so she'll be fun to talk to. And her husband Manuel Delgado and she are they run Delgado Guitars out of East Nashville. So actually, Jason, you might be interested in that show because I think they're gonna show us a little bit about the guitars as well while she's on here. So they're pretty cool custom made guitars. So it'll be interesting.
Excellent.
So I think we got time for one more, right? Jason, am I right?
Yeah, it
So
seems like we do.
last song,
Yeah.
minute and 3 seconds, hour and 3 minutes is what my timeline says.
No, we try to keep it to an hour, but we're not a television show, so we don't have to play by.
We
the
don't have
rules. We're
we
going
don't have
over.
those sponsors.
Yeah, exactly.
This is another song that's it's on the album. It's on the album. Last song on the album here because it's short and it's called Gratitude. So it's kind of like a way to end the show and thank you guys and thank everybody who's watching. But it's that just super positive attitude in my songwriting that I try not to write things in the negative, and instead of I'll never or you'll never leave me, it's I'll always be there for you kind of a thing. Those little switches in how you use your words to be
Nice.
so positive and creative. But Gratitude is I play it at church all the time for the offertory because it's just basically that thanking God and having that heart and that attitude of thankfulness, gratefulness, gratitude can change your life. So
Fantastic.
Awesome.
here's Gratitude. Are you feeling lonely or maybe sad and blue? You're just downright unhappy, you don't know what to do. I may not be a doctor, but I have a cure for you. Simple thing, I call it gratitude. Give thanks for all the good you see. Give thanks and the truth will set you free. Give thanks for everything you love. God will send you peace from above. Are you feeling hasty or maybe scorned and rushed? That frown you wear upon your face is weighing down so much. The whole world's out to get you and you feel like giving in. Have patience, love, and trust in Him. Give thanks for all the good you see. Give thanks, and the truth will set you free. Give thanks for everything you love, and God will send you peace. God will send you peace from above. God will send you peace from above.
Perfect
Awesome.
ending to the show.
Yeah, that is a wonderful
Jason.
ending.
Very, very good choice. Yep. We want to ask you to stick around a little bit after we go off the air here, just to chat a little bit. But thank you so much for joining us today. The comments that I'm seeing are all fantastic, and obviously the songs are very uplifting, and I'm glad we had you on today. It's a good time to have you on too. So,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah,
Jason?
thank you so much. I mean, like you said, that your tempo, your message, everything is an enlightening, broadening feel, and that is very helpful now because we seem to be heading into a darker stage of what we're in. And thank you for being here today and sharing that with us. So I appreciate it.
All right, so that's about it for today. And once again, thanks to Jason Adams, Breed Love artist here with us today, and we just want to say thanks again. And just remember, folks, as Hunter S. Thompson said, when the going gets weird,
The weird turn pro.
see y'all. Thanks. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.